Intensely hot. You feel energy surge through you upon touching this pearl.
Hello, friend.
Be patient with Shu. He acts as if a child, but he's quite ancient and quite powerful. And there's Tea Master Ren, and he has spring water, jasmine tea, and black tea. Racist. The decision to not return to the pools was a hard one. I don't think Shu ever truly understood. He doesn't know what it is to get older and weaker. Shu's desires are not so different from her own. He does not want to be alone. From her own, he does not want to be alone, unwanted, unloved. He longs to be needed and to share his life with others. Knowing that, earning his trust is not terribly difficult. He just wants company. It's actually really fucking sad, actually. Actually, in WoW, in Pandaria, you can find books, and they're actually funny little stories in it. It's about like a monk and a tiller. It's like a faction of farmers. They're like in the same room in an inn, and like, they don't know each other. They're strangers, kind of thing. And the monk wants someone to talk to, but the tiller is not really interested. So the monk makes a game of it. The monk will posit a question, and if the tiller can't answer question or riddle or something, if tiller can't answer it, then then the tiller has to pay him. But then the tiller gets to try, and the monk has to pay him if he can't guess it. And if they can't guess it, then the guesser gets the money. That kind of thing. To make it a bit better of a deal for the tiller, the monk would be paying. Like if the monk could guess it, he would pay more, kind of thing. The tiller would pay less. So anyway, I don't remember how the story goes, but the tiller is really reluctant. It's just really like he just is not interested in it. But he ends up giving the monk one question. As a monk, I can't remember what the question is, but I remember the monk not having an answer for it, and it's like really confused by it. And he pays up and asks the tiller, what was the answer? And the tiller's only response was to give him a gold coin. The gold coin being the cost for him not knowing the answer to the question. Basically meaning he made something up, not knowing what the effect the answer would be, just to shut up the monk. There's another one. There's this Mogu army that marshalled at the gates of some Pandaren keep, and an old monk was at the top of the walls, and the Mogu army was 100 strong, and the monk said, "Oh yeah, we got 100 well-trained monks in here," and the army broke. Morale shattered. They fled. The general, threatened and coerced more forces out of his allies. He came back with like a 200 strong army, or maybe it was a 500 strong army. I can't remember, but all the same, he came back with a larger army. The monk, it took like a year. The monk, still on top of the walls, on watch, sees the army approach and says to the general, "Oh, did I say we also got 100, very hungry dragons in here?" And the army breaks again. The guy gets really angry, pulls together an even larger force, and is ready to attack. The monk asks, "Did you ever catch our spy? He's ever so intelligent." And the Mogu, because they have no trust in each other, they have a fixation on might, but they have no trust in each other, immediately start trying to kill each other. Even the general gets caught up in it and starts bludgeoning a few of his men. Then, when only the general is the one left alive, the monk struts out, he saunters out, surveying the battlefield. And the general looks inside and sees the monk is alone. There's no army, no dragons. The monk's simple answer is, if you feel the need to attack first, then you've already lost. There's probably more books like that, but they're just two I can remember, and I found them kind of funny. The water pincers are strange creatures. They seem to be drawn to still water. Shu, the spirit of water, is skulking in a deep pool to the north, crossed the rocks, and then dropped this sun pearl in the center of the pool. He will know what this means. There we go. And now we're in the pool of reflection. Blessing of the water strider, able to walk on water. It looks like you've his attention, Yanae. I think he likes you. He wants to play with him. Go for it. Water walk into 5 of his water spouts. Bit late. So yeah, you have to get there beforehand. Yes, let's roll on water. Sure. So yes, this is basically the whole game. Just launches you up into the air. Surprisingly, not breaking your legs in the process. Okay, move. This is an interesting game. The lawyers would have a field day with this. The damn it, that was actually part of a joke, and I told half of it. Feck it. Ooh, he's following me. Cool. Basically, you know, health and safety. Christ, they'll shut you down. Okay. I have to admit, that looked pretty fun from my angle, and you seem to have made a new friend. We've done as Master Sheng asked of us. I will return to the temple to inform the Master of our progress. You should continue south on the road to the farmlands to seek out Wu Gao, the spirit of earth. She awaits you at the Diao farmstead, and he will surely need your help. I must warn you, she can be reckless in its directness. Remember well the things I have taught you: discipline and patience. If you head back over here, just here, you'll get a ride down to the other place. Hello, friend. You're welcome to use my cart if you like. I'll take you to the Diao farmstead. Because apparently this cart is sentient. It will just take me there of its own free will. I know there's yak on it, but you think it would need some directions. I have no idea what that will turn you. If you're hopping in there, will turn it. I can't read the signs, so I have no idea what will happen if you jump in there. Also, it just seems weird to see nourished yak. You know, it's all, whenever you see, you know, nourished, it's malnourished. You know, it's typically, instead of saying nourished, it'll be like well fed or well cared for or whatever. So it's just, I'm not criticizing. It's just odd, you know. Basically. And thankfully the audio balance for this seems fine. So that's good. How much more to this place is there? Few quests here. 2 more zones. 2 more zones, yeah. Also, paw print right there. Never noticed that. And here is Wu Gao, the ancient spirit of earth. Yanae, I wondered when I'd see you again. Well, the plus side is that finding Wu Gao, the spirit of earth, was easy enough. Waking him, not so much. I think he's going to awake quite sore from all the pushing and hitting I've done trying to rouse him. Somehow I don't think punching a spirit of Earth is gonna really wake him up that easily. I'll keep trying to find ways to wake this stubborn little guy up, but there is no shortage of trouble on the island, it seems. The crops to the south are infested with vermin, rat-like thieves, and pillagers. Rascals. They breed faster than we can kill them. I have the perfect solution for such a situation. Kill them faster. With you here, Yanae, that shouldn't be a problem. Just kill them faster. Aye aye, you know. Aye aye, boss. Oh, so he's got a toad to play with. Looks like you expect him to. Can we wander into it? Oh, cool. I wasn't expecting that to still work on us. It's also kind of nice to see him playing with the toad here. Toad seems to enjoy it. That is actually really, that is kind of cute. So that is an interesting designed oven. I remember back in the other village it was marked as a stove, I think. Maybe I was targeting the wrong thing. So I hope this isn't all of someone's house, because where the heck do they sleep? I would assume it was a storage shed, considering this. Except for the this here. Makes me think of more of a normal house, you know? Except, well, it's shit. Basically. And actually, is there even enough houses here for the amount of people? Maybe they, what's it called when you live in one place and move and commute to work? I think there is oh, there's commuting, yeah. Yeah, actually, I think that's what I was looking for. Maybe people just commute or something. Yeah. Still good. The vermin to the south have been running off with all our crops, but they're taking more than they can eat. They must be stockpiling them somewhere. The ones they like to anyway. We go out and recover any of the uprooted crops you can find. I've got an island's worth of people to feed, and every single vegetable makes a difference. May the mist protect you. He's got a quest for me, but I won't be able to get it just yet. As far as I can tell, I have all the quests, so let's go and beat up a few rat people and steal back the food they try to take. Christ, these carrots aren't real. They're holograms. Also, Emerald Singer. There's an uprooted carrot. Teeming burrow. Slightly gnawed, but still good. Reminds me of the Simpsons joke. Lisa, it was in the episode Lisa the Vegetarian, I believe. Lisa saw a well, Homer was having like a barbecue or whatnot, and he had a pig. You know, that was going to be the dinner. She didn't approve of this because of her newfound vegetarianism, and as such, tried to get rid of the pig. She, it was like on a spit or something that had wheels, and she pushed it like you know, somewhere like down a hill or something, and went through bushes, and like whatever happened to it, Homer will be like, oh, just you know, a bit leafy. It's still good. It's still good. And at one stage, it gets stuck in the Springfield Dam, and then launched into the air. Homer's comment was, "It's just a little airborne. It's still good." And that's basically all I've gone through my head here. That was a good episode. I actually remember in that episode, or maybe it was, yeah, it must have been the same episode. Lisa runs away, goes to the Quickie Mart, and runs into Paul and Linda McCartney. And it was on the same disc as that, as part of an extra. There was a joke in The Simpsons about a certain song that if you played it backwards had a recipe for lentil soup. They actually had a lentil soup recipe narrated by Paul McCartney, I do believe. Or at least that's what I swear I remember. I remember there being a recipe, but maybe it actually wasn't Paul McCartney reading it. I have no idea. But there is a recipe all the same on it. Actually, speaking of lentils, there was a store nearby, Aldi, and they had these weird lentil rice crisp things with a curry flavour to them. They're actually rather nice. They're annoyingly one of the kind of things that you can only have so much of them before you get kind of bored with them. But they're actually still rather nice all the same. Just how some things are, you know?
I need to get closer.
But yeah, they're actually really nice. So yeah.
I am out of range.
Yeah, nothing else to really say about that. It's just like, yeah, I found weird crisps and they were nice. But yeah, it's like some curry and lentil flavor thing. And well, what's the lentil flavor? Is lentil and rice were in it, or like the base for it, or something. I can't remember. I can't remember the exact phrasing on the back of the package. I just remember curry flavored lentils and rice, and that's it. So anyway, we'll mosey back to the two houses over here and turn into two quests. Order run. I'll give me a chance to go take a quick drink. Yax, can I kill you? No. Phil Jack. I was actually listening to a old Lazy Canuck video, one of his Final Fantasy playthroughs, and I was saying there's like a ton of different types of I just speaking of the crisps there, reminded myself of it. That's why I'm bringing it up. But basically, it was that there's a ton of different types of honky dories. I can't remember any of the types he brought up there, but there's like an absolute ton. Maybe it wasn't honky dories. I think it was Doritos. There's a ton of them. Like I've only seen like like 4 types. There's apparently tons more. And they're really, well, I just remember, I can't remember the flavor he mentioned trying in that episode, but they get really different, you know, the later on ones, you know, like the bigger variety, like the ones I've seen are like original cheese, and to be honest I can't remember the rest. I don't really pay attention to them. Oh, and spicy. Like chili overheat or whatever. But there is like another one, and it's actually I can't remember it at all, but it's like a little out there. But then again, that's probably because I've never, you know, just different, you know. But anyway, crisps aside, let's continue with this. But yeah, I just reminded myself of that because I talked about the other crisps. So yeah. Ever since Wu Gao, the spirit of Earth, fell asleep, the dirt is drying out, and it's getting harder and harder to get new seeds to sprout. We need to hold on to any food we can, or the island will have hard times ahead. So we uprooted turnip, dug up, but left behind. Apparently the vermin have little love for turnips. Pilfered pumpkin, plump, quite ready to be made into pie. Some of these have had mouth-sized chunks bitten out of them. Ah well, we can still make use. Thank you for your help, friend.
No hurry.
But yeah, apparently,
You sleep like a rock.
unsurprising, is Spirit of Earth. What was I gonna say? I don't remember.
There's no way you'll sleep through this. Seriously?
Okay, here's what we do. We detonate a thermonuclear warhead right next to it. Somehow I have a feeling those farmlands will take issue, but it will be awake.